Welcome back to the channel, everybody. We are back in the state of Pennsylvania in the Black Moshannon State Park, and we are on the Allegheny Front Trail. Going to be doing about 14 to 16 miles for an overnighter. Nothing too crazy, but I saw there's some awesome views on this trail, so that's going to be kind of like the highlight of the trip. And then also too, we've got some new ultralight backpacking gear. For those of you who have been around for a while, you'll probably notice that I have a different pack on. That is the ZPack's Nero 38 liter, and it is in the new Ultra fabric. That was a Christmas gift from somebody. Well, we started off down in the swamp, and we're climbing about 1,000 feet up to this ridge, and you can tell we're down by the swamp. Lots of beaver work going on here. Look at all the trees he chopped down. Well, what you see is what you get. You hear a lot of crunching. The snow's like kind of packed down pretty hard and has like a little layer of ice on it, like a little crust. And I think for the most part, Sarah's able to just kind of like skate along the top of it. But every step I take, I sink like an inch down into it. So miles are going to come a little bit harder today than normal, but that's fine. It's pretty out here. Like I said, we kind of started off down in a swamp. So everything's pretty muddy, snowy, water, ice, but we will get up on a ridge with some awesome views. Been some cool ponds and stuff over here to look at. Good news, this is my first ever frameless pack I've used backpacking, and so far we've been walking a little over half an hour, and shoulders feel fine, back, neck, everything like that feels fine. My balance doesn't feel fine. All right, well, actually, been a really scenic hike so far. This area of the forest is actually really cool, and it's about like 4 hours darker down here. So we're moving pretty slow, less than 2 miles an hour, and we haven't really stopped that much. It's just the terrain, the ice, the snow, me sinking into the ground and stuff like that. But it is what it is. It's really pretty. Pack's holding up pretty well, and this trip's got a ton of new gear on it. Got my new Under Armour Blaze Orange hat that Sarah's mom got me for Christmas, so thank you very much. And then what else we got? I've got my Kodiak oats. My mom got me like basically like a year's supply of Kodiak protein oats, so I got some of those on this trip. But so far, pretty scenic, moving slow, but nice day. Glad we came out. Weather's not too bad. I think it's high of 45, which it is like right now, and then I think the low is only like 40 or something, so not too cold. Pretty nice day. It's very pretty out here. So for those of you who you know, aren't familiar with like ultralight backpacking, you're kind of like probably wondering, you're like, why are you using a frameless pack and why don't you have a hip belt? To give you guys an idea, my total trail weight for this trip is about like 14.8 pounds, I think is what it came out to. About 10 pounds of that is a base weight. I've got 1 liter of full water with me, which is about 2.5 pounds if I remember correctly, and my food bag is about 2 pounds. So, you know, if I drink my water and, you know, tomorrow on the way out with no food, this is gonna be like a 10-pound pack. So, you know, it just kind of goes to show you that there's a lot you can learn from, you know, spending a lot of time backpacking. You realize that you really don't need very much stuff. You know, and I'm safe. I've got everything I need, you know, to be safe, stay warm, stuff like that. And, you know, I'm able to still carry this frameless pack. So, like I said, this is the maiden voyage, and, you know, we'll see how it goes. Never used a frameless pack before, but so far it's been, you know, comfortable enough. Yeah guys, so this is the ZPack Nero 38 liter, and this is in the new Ultra fabric. Supposedly this is even stronger than Dyneema, and it's a little bit lighter from my understanding. This is obviously the maiden voyage. I just got it for Christmas, and there's some changes I want to make. Like, I've got this like gypsy pack here with like all these things on the outside that I normally wouldn't have, because a lot of this stuff usually resides in like the hip belt pouches and stuff, and I don't have a hip belt anymore. So pretty cool pack though. Like I said, it's a 38 liter. I've got everything I need in it, but it's definitely going to be my overnighter pack, probably for the winter and, you know, pretty much year round. It doesn't matter how cold it is, I got enough room to get all my, you know, gear in it for an overnighter. When the warmer weather, I could probably stretch it, I would imagine probably 3 days. Yeah, it's just a very minimalist pack. I mean, you just got these little shoulder straps, just like all the other ZPack packs. And then there is no frame. So it comes with this really thin sit pad. Obviously we take chairs because we're not peasants. But if you were really minimalist, it comes with this really thin sit pad right here, and you can use that as like a backing. There's some shock cord here, you know, to stop anything that might be a little bit pokey in the pack from kind of stabbing at you. So far, I mean, it's been comfortable enough, so you know, no complaints up to this point, but we shall see. Probably just gonna stop for like 10 minutes. Hiking's a little bit hard because all the snow and everything, but yeah, gonna grab some food and then we will carry on. Your mom got this too, a couple ounces of jerky. This is maple beef jerky, so gonna try that out right now. All right, we are back on the move from lunch break. Stop for a little snack. We got some climbing to do, get up on this ridge, and make sure you guys stay along for the ride because that's where all the views are at. Well, YouTube, this got to be an interesting day. Didn't see us record too much because it started pouring down rain. We got set up in the rain, and right now we're sitting here under my tarp. Right now we're just trying to eat some food and stay warm, and I'll set up my hammock before bed. Alright guys, we got some Knorr rice sides here. Chicken and broccoli, I think's best one. I think like the butter and herb one's pretty good too. But I think the water's about to boil, so I got this. at 2 of these chicken packets here. You just get at Walmart or whatever. So, I mean, it's gonna be like a 600 and some odd calorie meal. You know, it's gonna be like this is like a $3 meal or something like that. You know, compare that to $10 for a Mountain House, and you get, you know, more calories too. Quite a bit of food here. So I'm gonna house this, and then I think Sarah's got one of the dehydrated like spaghetti meals that I made over there a while ago. Look at that. No freaking knife, no saw, snow on the ground, rained all day. We got fire. Just a little bit of know-how. A little bit of know-how. Well, we hit 100. I pulled it back away from the fire a little bit, but if you pull it up here, we actually hit 100 degrees. A lot better than 38, 39, huh? All right, guys, we'll try to give you the grand tour here. So this is my hammock setup over here. See, obviously I got all my gear under here. That is the Warbonnet Blackbird. That is my hammock, and then that is the Wookiee under quilt under there, and I have the Diamondback top quilt. Those are both the 20-degree versions for this trip. And then over here is Sara in the 6 Moon Designs Lunar Solo. And then over here, we decided to make a little fire. My Helinox Chair Zero is pretty buried in the ground right there. The chairs really come in clutch more than the sit pads, you know, for weather like this. You know, it sucks trying to like sit, you know, in the snow and stuff like that. So the chairs are really clutch. But yeah, that is home for the night. So lots of fog rolling in. I think it's time for bed, guys. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you in the morning. There are definitely worse views to wake up to, huh? I'm boiling some water. Got some Taster's Choice instant coffee. Got some Swiss Miss hot chocolate mix. Gives me a little bit extra, you know, sugar and calories. Kind of serves as like a coffee creamer. And then, as always, I got my Kodiak protein oats. My mom got me a box of, I think it was like, it's like 40 of these or something. So should last me most of 2023, which, by the way, Happy New Year, everybody. We made the executive decision that we're going to do an out and back, which typically isn't something that we would do, but all of the snow on the trail has turned into ice overnight. It got rained on. It was right down around freezing, and everything in campsite is just a you know, like an ice skating rink basically. So it's 4 miles longer if we complete the loop, and you know, 4 miles on that ice, you know, could be 3 more hours or something like that. So we're going to turn around, just go back the way we came, and this will be the first out and back backpacking trip I think I've ever done. But the good news is we'll get to go by Ralph's majestic view up here one more time that we showed you last night, and you should have a much clearer view of it this morning. So we'll go check it out. So just to give you guys an idea of why we turned around here, It's literally just ice on top of all the snow. And you know, we don't have any micro spikes or anything because we didn't even know there was gonna be snow on the ground out here. You know, I've been watching the forecast and stuff, and it's been above freezing like the entire week, and I didn't see any snow over here, but yeah, there's the ice you can see, and then obviously right there's also kind of like black ice as well too. I'm gonna probably shut this off so I don't bust myself, but I mean, we don't have any, you know, poles, and we don't have any ice spikes or anything, so I mean, covering this ground is going to take, I don't know, mile an hour or something. You know, we've got 6 miles out. We would have had 10 miles the other way, and yeah, so I mean, and we got to drive home, you know, 3.5 hours. So all right guys, so we're gonna go ahead and start a little poll. Put it down in the comments of who you think is going to fall first, and then who you think is going to fall the most amount of times. Go ahead and leave it in the comments. I will give you an honest answer of how it turned out. And assuming that we both make it back to the car, and one of the two of us is alive to post this video, then you know, we'll give you the honest results. Those pines up there get the green and blue against the brown. A little bit of white snow to break it up. It's a pretty day, just rough hiking. Well, got about, I think, 2.5 miles left, so, I mean, we're making it. These evergreen forests right here, they're all shaded because it's the only thing that, you know, still has any leaves or needles, whatever you want to call it, hanging from the trees. So it's real dark down here, and dude, everything is just iced over, so we're taking our time. Today ended up being a pretty nice day. It's a little bit colder than yesterday. Wind's blowing a lot more, but the good news is that there's blue sky today, so there's a lot better, like, you know, footage to get, and you know, kind of dropping like the evergreens up against like that blue background and stuff makes for some really cool shots. All right, guys, well, we're down about the last mile or so, so I think it's time to wrap this thing up. Thanks for coming along, guys. Really appreciate you tuning in. If you like the video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more backpacking adventures, we do spring, summer, fall, winter, all kinds of stuff. A bunch of different states. If you want to see more videos, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Also, we have a Facebook group. It is called Backpacking Ohio and Beyond. We are going to be doing a 3-day backpacking trip at Dolly Sods, West Virginia. That is going to be the first annual meetup for the Facebook group. I plan on turning this into probably at least an annual trip, if not, you know, semi-annual, maybe even quarterly, just kind of depending on, you know, who's interested. So, as always, guys, thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next adventure. Oh, and P.S. Sarah just reminded me to tell you guys that nobody actually fell. I mean, we're not done yet, but for all intents and purposes, you know, the video's over, and the fall count was 0. So, had a couple close calls, but we both made it.